Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Windsor Racecourse here on Monday. It is the 26th of June, 2023. Gonna look at the fourth race, the 6:35 from Windsor. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Some great racing this weekend, and basically going forward for the next 10 weekends or so. Stateside you have the Stephen Foster Handicap, some great races at Delaware. This Saturday. In the UK, you have the Northumberland Plate, which, a lot of people say, the Northumberland Plate is not a great race. It's one of those races that, that card, that this weekend going into Newcastle, those races are always very wide open, and you can make some money with those races. So I want you guys to join me starting Thursday for my Newcastle previews, culminating with the Northumberland Plate, because it's going to be a good race this year. But with that being said, let's look at our usual Monday track, the 6:35, the fourth race from Windsor. It is a Fitzdale Sprint Series handicap. Class 4 handicap going for a $13,000 purse. Race for 3-year-olds and upwards. Horses rate 66 to 85. 8 horses are dashing 1,200 meters or 6 furlongs on the Windsor lawn at the turf course. I'm going to take the 4-horse Animate as a top selection. 485 in your TriCast trifecta. 485 TriCast trifecta. Top selection of 4-horse Animate. This 3-year-old gelding by Charmadal. Simon and Ed Christopher trains. William Buick gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came the 7th of June at Kempton on the Poly track. 7 furlongs in a Class 4 handicap. He was drawn very wide, which probably cost his chances, and also he hung a little bit. He finished 3rd by 5 lengths. He just needed something more, a little bit of a slow pace. 7 furlongs maybe got to him also. Also a high weight. It just wasn't his day to win. Coming to a straight, 6 furlongs here today, should see a strong pace in front. I think with some class release and some, a stronger pace today, he should really run a good race. 2 back, he ran the 15th of May at Wolverhampton, 7 furlongs in a Class 4 novice race. You need speed from the inside, and he had just that. He won by a neck going 7 furlongs there, 57 cents to the dollar. He did everything right and more on the front end. An all-around good race there. And then his seasonal reappearance at Haydock on the 29th of April, 1 mile in a Class 3 handicap. He finished 6 by 5 lengths. He was just under the drive and just kind of hit the wall that day. I do think the mile was just too long for him. You could say the same for the race before it aired on the 17th of September last fall. 1 mile in that Class 3 handicap. Stepping up in class to the mile, he finished 4th by 3 lengths, and he just didn't stay that final furlong. He won terrifically last summer at Newcastle in a 7 furlong Class 4 novice, winning by 1 3/4 lengths. He got the job done, but he was slightly decreasing margin victory late, but it was still a very good run. Coming here at 9-2, he's a very likely winner. I think his second likeliest winner is the 8-horse Magical Merlin for David Probert and Harry and Roger Carlton, a horse I would definitely use in your quad pod. Most recently at Lingfield on the turf course, 6 furlongs in a Class 5 handicap. He won by 4 lengths, and again, speed from the inside, even with the high weight, he took off clear. He is coming back to a Class 4 today, which shouldn't be a problem. He likes running on this course. He was a course and distance winner, winning last August quite easily by a length. I expect him to really run a good race. Another horse, they were just, screwing around with him over the 7 furlong trip at Wolverhampton before that. He just couldn't catch Animate, where this horse just never was comfortable that day. But another horse back to the 6, drawn on the stand side, and wouldn't surprise me if he makes it 2 in a row. I'll use him in the quad pod. But to recount my selection for the 6:35, the 4th race from Windsor, let's take the 4-horse Animate. Give kudos to the 8-horse Magical Merlin. 485 TriCast trifecta, 48 in your place or quad pod. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.